Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the match on WWE 2K25. This one is going to be some tag team action as the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn go up against DIY. Now, does Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a joint entrance? Because I must admit, when I selected Owens, it automatically went to Zayn. Are they like allies, but not a tag team, maybe? I'm not sure, to be honest, but yeah, this should be an interesting one. Let's have a look at the tag team rankings to see where both these teams sit. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn currently sit on +1 from 9 matches, so not too bad, to be honest. They're in the positives, which does mean they are in the top 50 tag teams. Both of them are needing some help, though, I believe, in the singles rankings. I mean, looking at Kevin Owens, he currently sits on a -4, which is terrible, really. And Sami Zayn is sitting on a -1. So the pair of them do need some singles ranking, so this is a very important match for them to come out on top of. Not necessarily just for the tag team division, but like I said, to boost them in the singles division as well. And there he is, Sami Zayn. I don't think we've used either of these two guys so far this year. There's just so many. When we look at it, obviously, the roster we've got has got over 1,000 people on our ranking system just for men. Women, we've got over 500 as well, so it's difficult to squeeze everybody in. I keep looking and thinking, God, we haven't used that guy in ages. And thankfully, we are getting a chance to try and use as many as possible. That's why we try and theme different weeks. Not necessarily to try, well, it is to try and jump on stuff that's happening in real life at the same time, but by theming weeks, it does mean that we do end up utilising some different people, which I think is always more fun than just using the same people over and over and over again. And then DIY -3 after 7 matches, so pretty bad for them. And in singles action, Johnny Gargano currently -2 after 13 matches. And Tommaso Ciampa is currently +1 after 18 matches. So he's done okay. It's Gargano who has struggled somewhat, but I think it is Owens and Zayn that are the ones more desperate for the victory at this point in time. Now, we have gone for a standard tag team rules match, so first pinfall or submission will be victorious. Only the people inside the ring are legal. I don't mean that in like a immigration sort of stance, but you know. Owens now with a quick pin for the early attack. I mean, that would have been incredible if he'd got the pin from that, I must admit. I probably would have to re-record it, though, because that would have been an awful video, but Kevin Owens now stamping away on the hand of Johnny Gargano. So this is the first of 3 matches today. Next up, we will have LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes, which is a sort of spin-off of their match a couple of weeks ago, which we had at the Corruption System Era pay-per-view, where we did do a fatal 4-way elimination match, and I believe Carmelo Hayes eliminated LA Knight after hitting him with a low blow. LA Knight obviously annoyed with that situation and wants a chance to get some retribution. But the main event of the day will be an Intercontinental #1 contendership match. And that will be Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels versus Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig versus Owen Hart. And the winner of that one will face off against Will Ospreay next week for the Intercontinental Championship. It's a big one next week. We'll have Ospreay defending the Intercontinental Championship. We'll have Aleister Black defending the SWE Championship. We will have Freedom, Io Sky and Kairi Sane defending the Women's Tag Team Championships. And the Great Khali will make his first official defense of the All-Asian Championship as well. So big week coming up next week. Hopefully not as many matches, because I am spending my entire week next week in Ireland. So I've got to get all of this recorded pretty early and uploaded. Because I'm working away in Ireland next week, which is always fun. Gargano in control now with a... Well, he was until Sami Zayn caught him with the jawbreaker. I would like to do a potential PWG theme show at some point. Maybe a Battle of Los Angeles or something like that. And utilising a lot of these really cool independent wrestlers that were part of that. I mean, all 4 of these guys are singles guys, obviously. You would have the likes of Jeff Cobb. Who else is there that I'm thinking of? Ricochet did some really cool stuff in PWG as well. Zack Sabre Jr., Brody King. I'm just sort of scanning through the old ranking system now and have a look, but there are some fantastic matches that we have seen across PWG. One of my favourite companies. It's a shame they're not doing much these days. But of course, well, I suppose Excalibur's still doing well for himself, only with his AEW contract. Nice roll through there by Gargano. Boot into the face. Springboard moonsault. Zayn with a chop. Got the leg caught with a boot into the back of the leg. And Gargano comes across now to make the tag into his partner, Tommaso Ciampa. And look at the great tag team work together. The knee strike and the boot. Maybe not as stiff as it could look, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. As Ciampa now with Sami Zayn up. Going to drop him in with a neck breaker. Sami Zayn fighting back. Like I said, Zayn and Owens are desperate for these points. And I'm potentially going to see all 4 of these guys again tomorrow. I am going to do a 30-man gauntlet match, as we sort of become the customary for this Sunday, just to try and get some stuff happening in the ranking system. And I think that all 4 of these guys could very much be part of that. But the actual main pay-per-view tomorrow, we've got the card locked in now. We've got to kick things off. John Cena versus AJ Styles versus Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk in an 8-man elimination match. We will have the Lucha Brothers defending the Tag Team Championships against the Hardy Boys. Eric Young defends the YouTube Championship against Sheamus, believe it or not. Lance Archer defending the Hardcore Championship against Terry Funk. Rated RKO, that's Edge and Randy Orton, will defend the YouTube Tag Team Championships against the New Day. Batista will be defending his Underground Championship for the first time in a very, very long time as he takes on Brock Lesnar. And then the main event of our pay-per-view will be Finn Balor going one-on-one against the British Bulldog for the European Championship. So it's all action tomorrow. Gargano now rolling through. Kevin Owens and a big dropkick into the back of the head. Into the back of the head. And now lining up. Owens with a super kick into the face. There is the pin for the 1. Wow, Zayn is across fast. Wow, he was super fast. Gargano once again sending Owens into the corner. Now, the way that the mechanics work on this year's game, the fact that Owens was pinned and Zayn come in to tackle it means that they don't have another pin break now until the next pin. So if Gargano or Ciampa now was to pin Owens, Sami Zayn would not be allowed to come and break that pin. So Owens really should make the tag if he can pretty soon. There's the chops, the kicks, the boot, a bit of everything there by Owens, who now does come across and make the tag into Sami Zayn. Zayn brings Ciampa back up to his feet. There is the Blue Thunder Bomb, middle of the ring for the 1, the 2. Oh, Gargano was really slow. I don't think he was going to make it there in time. Ciampa was able to break free. But yeah, I don't think, if Ciampa wasn't able to get up, I don't think Gargano was making the save. But there's the big boot into the face, a haluva kick, if you will. Gargano's not allowed in the ring. Oh, it's still only a 2 count. Pretty damn close once again. Sami Zayn now wrenching back. Almost like a camel clutch situation. Ciampa able to break free. And Ciampa does really need to make this tag because obviously now he is not going to get protected if he is pinned again. Fisherman's Brainbuster though on Sami Zayn. There is the pin. Only a 1 count. And this could be Ciampa's chance here to refresh. No. Zayn able to break free with the elbow in the face, but Ciampa once again sends him into the corner. Went for the boot in the gut, and again, Zayn able to break free. Running dropkick, taking him down. And now raining down the strikes into the face by Sami Zayn. There's the boot into the arm once again. Zayn now heading up to the top. What is he planning? He lines him up. And in with a cross body. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but it looks like Ciampa tried to catch him. Zayn is back up the running Hurricanrana. And there is the hot tag, though. It might not matter, though, because Ciampa is down. Gargano walks straight into a Kevin Owens stunner. But it's not enough. Still only enough for a 2 count. And Owens just super kicks. Wow. Just absolutely knocked the teeth out of Ciampa as well. Owens again. Second stunner. There's the pin. And that's got to be enough for the 1, the 2, and the 3. What? Oh, hell no. Owens now heading back up to the middle. He's in with a frog splash. Will that be enough? But I mean, Ciampa's back up on his feet now. Ciampa can come in and break up any pin. Owens has used up all his signatures, all his finishers. The tag back in to Sami Zayn. Zayn now slamming the arm of Gargano into the mat. Off the ropes, him with a running double axe handle. Gargano managed to duck out the way. But Zayn is up. Surely, I mean, Ciampa can come in and break this up. But again, it's going to use their... It's going to use their pinfall breakup, isn't it? So now Gargano is on his own until he can make that tag back into Ciampa. That's why it's so important to make that tag as soon as possible. Referee blocking Ciampa. Zayn went for the haluva kick again. Gargano caught him with a big drop kick into the back of the head. Zayn moved out the way. Hurricanrana takedown. And you saw Gargano there trying to roll out of the ring. But Sami Zayn did very well there to stop him. Throw him back into his corner. It's not really worked out too well, but he's caught him again. Went for that big boot again. Gargano avoided again. Zayn again in the corner. They're really struggling with making those tags. There's been quite a few occasions now where people have reversed in that corner. But there's the haluva kick. Gargano is down. Is he out? Ciampa can't help. There's the 1. There's the 2. And there is finally the 3. It's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn who walk out victorious. Tommaso Ciampa with that loss moves down to a 0 after 19 matches. Gargano with that loss moves down to a -3 after 14 matches. Kevin Owens with that victory moves up to a -3 after 23 matches. And Sami Zayn with that win moves up to a 0 after 25 matches. Into the tag team division. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn move up to a +2 after 10 matches. And DIY with that loss moved down to a -4 after 8 matches. Issue with that is that I just don't think that they're rated very highly on this year's game, which I don't agree with. I think that Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano are very good wrestlers. I think they're rated like 75, 76 on this game. I think they should be higher than that. The only thing that I think is against them, it depends what you look at. If you're looking at Gargano and Ciampa in their prime, they should be a lot higher than this rating, which is generally what we do with our universe. Everyone is sort of utilised in their prime unless it's specific to a genre or era we're doing the match. So maybe we should up their rating so they are rated more in their prime, which I think would put them... I think Ciampa they're both of them probably be like 84s. I mean, they're never going to be... Well, they shouldn't be up there beating the likes of Roman Reigns and people like that, but at the same time, they should be doing better than... But again, I mean, this was always going to be a difficult match for them. Facing off against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, two guys who both have pretty good ratings because they're both like world champion material. The pair of these two really could utilise each other to benefit themselves and get higher up the ranking system. I mean, more matches like this with these two as a team, they might not have any sort of thought towards the tag team championships, but a few wins, like I said, might open some doors. You never know. This puts them up to 41st now in the tag team division, equal with the New Day, the Killer Bees, the White Six, the Blackpool Combat Club, Ring Camp, the Hart Foundation, the Briscoe Brothers. So yeah, lots of people. Right, I'm going to leave you. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, hit the like, subscribe, the good stuff, and I'll see you again a little bit later on. Again, 2 more matches today. LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes next, and then that big fatal 4-way elimination match. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, and Owen Hart battle to become the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Good night.